Let's go to Merseyside. Let's go to Liverpool. And Liverpool, like Man City, don't really need a signing. They don't really need one. They signed Nunez, who was the signing that they needed to make. They got him through the door, so they don't really need anyone. But I looked at their profile, and I saw Minamino might leave. Oxlade-Chamberlain is getting towards the back end of his Liverpool career, I think. Jota's moving more towards being a number 9. I thought, all right, they need an attacking number 8 that can play out wide, in my opinion. Now, I was looking at Nkunku from RB Leipzig. I thought he was the guy, personally. I thought he was they need to get him through the door. But I think he's signing a new contract with Leipzig. It's going to cost around about 80 million, I think, for him. It's going to be maybe unreasonable considering the money that they've spent for Darwin Núñez as well. And also Nkunku is a player that could potentially look to break that wage structure towards the back end of his Liverpool career. So, I've gone with a slightly more unknown player, a player which I've been looking at, or I've been keeping my eye on since January because I saw the potential for Chelsea to sign him at certain stages with their attacking situation. But I thought this is a perfect man for Liverpool. It's Lovro Majer, currently at Rennes, and I know a lot of people won't really know who he is, but he's currently playing at Rennes in France, and he is the perfect Klopp player. He's a hard-working number 8 that can play on the right-hand side of midfield as well as on the right wing. He's left-footed, 24 years of age, and one of the big things about him is that he'll be content to sit on the bench, which is perfect for Liverpool. Someone like an Nkunku would want to come in and start every single game. And when you've got Diaz, Salah, Núñez, Jota, and someone else who I can't... Diaz, Jota, Núñez, Salah, and all these other guys wanting to start every game. I can't remember. There's another player there, I'm pretty sure. That won't work. And also, he'll probably look to upset the wage structure a little bit later on. Lovro Majer won't want to do that. He'll be content to sit on the bench, play that bit part role, kind of what like Minamino's doing. And he, like I said, won't upset the wage structure. He's really good at driving the ball forward. Can be more of an attacking navigator. So think about Naby Keita's role for Liverpool. He can be a little bit more attacking in that sense. And I know Jordan Henderson likes to play on that right side of midfield to protect Trent Alexander-Arnold. But in games which Liverpool are going to want to dominate against teams in the lower half of the table, Majer is able to come off the bench and bring that spark should things not go as planned in the first maybe hour of the game. He can come off the bench, be that energy, be that spark. And if we bring up his heat map, you can see what he's really good at. He's good at being really wide and then cutting in. You can see that kind of L-shaped kind of heat map on the right-hand side. He cuts wide and then comes in, which also allows for the overlap for Trent Alexander-Arnold to come into those half spaces and whip the balls in. He's really, really good he's really, really good at what Klopp would want him to do. Like I said, I mean, for midfielders, he's only played 1,800 minutes this season, so there's not a lot of sample size. But I mean, if versus midfielders this season, in the top 5 leagues, I mean, 99th percentile for literally everything attacking-wise. It's really, really exciting if Liverpool can get this through the door. I'm not even sure they're linked. I doubt they are linked, and I don't think this will happen. But if we look at his progressive carries, 8.35 per 90, ranking the 98th percentile. Progressive passes received, 5.75 per 90, ranking the 97th percentile. It's everything that Klopp would want in an attacking number 8. And he's got 23.68 pressures, ranking the 87th percentile. So he's comfortable playing in a high press. He's comfortable doing the off-the-ball work that not a lot of players want to do. And he can just add a different dimension to that Liverpool attack. While Liverpool don't need him, they should certainly want him because he's quite good. So I don't see... It's one of these low risk, high reward type scenarios. Kind of like with Minamino. They'll come for relatively cheap, won't offer a lot or won't demand a lot in terms of game time or wage or transfers or signing on bonus or whatever. Will be content with sitting on the bench, playing a bit part role and being that player that should shit hit the fan, can come off the bench and make an impact. He'll be a perfect player for cup games. And Liverpool don't need a superstar. They've got enough. Liverpool don't need a superstar. They need a player that will be that role player that to just do the job and get shit done. And Lovro Majer is that player to get shit done. Yeah, so I think that's